A warm welcome to all. In the previous lecture series, we have seen about the non-destructive testing techniques briefly, and in this lecture series, we are going to see about the epoxy injection resin technique briefly. Epoxy injection resin is a system for welding the cracks together. This system restores the structure's original stability and strength by epoxy injection resin. So, this resin creates an impervious layer to water, air and other chemical reagents. A crack is a major cause for distress or damage in a structure. So, these cracks are caused due to stress, inadequate design and improper curing. So, these should be taken into care. So, these cracks causes reinforcement degradation and it leads to corrosion and carbonation. This should be treated by using epoxy injection resin technique. So, crack analysis is the major preliminary investigation which should be carried out in order to find out the crack pattern. So, these crack patterns should be found out for its cause of cracking and its repair and rehabilitation method should be adopted based on the cause of cracking. So, you have to analyze the cracking pattern and you have to give a suggestion based on the crack pattern. So, these should be fairly simple, difficult or sometimes design changes may take place. Consult a structural engineer in order to change the design. So, if design changes is necessary, a structural engineer gives suggestion based on the cause of cracks and the remedial techniques. So, these may prevent the future cracking. So, next is crack evaluation. Crack evaluation is calculated based on ACI 224 guidelines for crack width pattern. So, the width and depth determines the crack pattern. So, in order to determine the tolerance crack width, so you have to go through the exposure condition. Based on that, limitations are given in ACI 224 guidelines which is shown in the table. Next is pocket microscope should also be used. Structural and non-structural cracks should be considered. Identify the cause and need for the repair based on this crack pattern. So, next we are going to see about the epoxy injection resin purpose. So, the purpose is mainly to seal and weld the cracks from the structure. So, it effectively seals the cracks to prevent the damaging moisture entry. Next is it welds the structure together. Most people assume that welding is far better than sealing, but sealing is most important than welding. So, the sealing prevents the premature deterioration and it prevents the reinforcing steels. So, this can be equal to that of or sometimes the greater importance than the structural welding. So, it should be theoretically considered that sealing is far better than welding. Parking garages are the best example for cracking problem that require a structural engineer's analysis. So, this is an example image for the parking garage damage where the epoxy injection resin method has been adopted. So, these are the following steps which should be followed while injection process. First is you have to identify the cracks for repair. Next, you have to prepare an optimum port based on the spacing and location. Then you have to prepare the surface for injection and then you have to seal the cracks and surface. Then you have to inject the epoxy resin and then remove the port and restore the surface by application of sealant. This is an example for floor cracks which is caused due to overloading and expansion and contraction during climatic changes. This has resulted in volume changes and these volume changes has resulted in cracks. So, these cracks may develop and create a crack pattern. These should be treated using epoxy injection resin method. This is an example for slab cracks. These slab cracks are due to overloading or improper design. So, these causes a root cracks and it further develops and the load cannot pass through the slabs. So, when the load is overloaded, so the beams carry that overloads and it passes to the columns and the column buckles. So, these causes a failure in the structure and the structure may collapse. So, in order to prevent these slab cracks, it should be treated at the initial stage itself using some epoxy injection resin methods. Injection preparation is the first process in epoxy injection resin method. So, proper job preparation is essential in order to give the maximum output. So, preparation before injection is most important. Once the resin is injected inside the crack, there is no turn back. So, this is the most effective step and it should be sealed and welded properly. So, the next process in epoxy injection resin method is drilling for ports. It is extremely important that the drilling should be done with a vacuum attached drill chunk and hollow drill pits. Concrete dust is the major cause that leads to the improper filling of the resin. So, it should be taken into care. For example, if the dust remains inside the crack, this dust will combine with the low viscosity injection resin and it clogs the cracks. So, these blocks will prevent the resin flow. So, drilling should be done carefully by removing the concrete dust. Next is spacing of ports is the next process in epoxy injection resin method. The spacing of the ports should be kept over the surface of the concrete cracks. So, determining the spacing of the port is done using a highly experienced applicator. So, the spacing is a factor for tightness of the crack and the depth of the concrete substrate. So, the spacing depends upon the 4 inches and 8 inches. So, the next process is port setting and sealing. The port setting and sealing is carried out by installing the bolt along the surface of the concrete which is kept perpendicular to the concrete crack. So align ports perpendicular or directly over the cracks. So these ports should be kept at a spacing predefined, and these ports allow the resin to flow inside and it fills the cracks. So this first image represents the port setting. So second image represents the sealing of the exterior surface using the epoxy resin. So these fills the voids and the port should be removed. After that also the resin should be applied in that port space. So this image represents the epoxy injection resin method briefly. So it consists of 4 images. First image represents the port fitting. The port is fitted using a sealant along the surface of the cracks perpendicular to the cracks. So these ports are fitted using separate spacings as recommended in ACI 224. This is an example for epoxy injection resin process. So the first image represents the portal fittings and the sealant of the epoxy injection over the surface of the crack. The second image represents the surface sealing using an epoxy applicator. So this system ensures that the crack will be thoroughly filled inside the concrete cracks, and it provides a sound concrete and prevents the water intrusion. Before carrying out the epoxy injection resin process, the crack should be tested properly. So in order to prevent the ill-defined cracks, the crack should be ill-defined, or if there is dust or debris in the crack, that should be removed by injecting water inside the crack area. Water left in the crack will not affect the injection process or the curing of the epoxy. Heavier injection resin forces the water outside the crack. Water injection helps in clean the cracks. So most important, it helps to avoid the unexpected failure due to improper sealing of the cracks. So the process of flushing of cracks is commonly skipped by an experienced applicator or contractor who will find the debris or dust inside the cracks by visual inspection itself. So when it is doubted, the water injection test may be carried out. So if the cracks contain algae, so it should be treated by using chlorinated water containing copper sulfate is injected inside the cracks. So after pumping this mixture, it is left overnight. The next morning the crack is flushed by pumping of fresh water into it. This removes the algae inside the cracks. Next is efflorescence. Efflorescence builds up on the bottom of the crack in a horizontal slab. Water in the crack extracting the soluble calcium hydroxide is the major cause for efflorescence. The water evaporates at the surface of the crack, leaving the rime, which later reacts with the carbon dioxide in the air to form limestone. The inside of the crack is frequently cleaned by this process and it is suitable for injection process. So these images are the example for epoxy injection resin method in a housing unit. So the floor cracks has been sealed by using this method. So the first image represents the fitting of the portal over the surface of the concrete cracks. Second image represents the injection of the epoxy resin inside these ports and filling of the cracks. The third image represents the fitting of the ports and sealing of the cracks by using this epoxy resin method. Fourth is surface preparation or the removal of the surface by applying a sealant over the cracks. On vertical cracks, injection should be started at the lowest point of the cracks and it should be continued to the higher portion or the upward portion of the crack. While injecting, the lowest point should be filled to and fro and it should reach the next neighboring port. Epoxy injection resin system should be of very low viscosity for most of the applications. That way it will flow in the smallest hairline cracks. Resins can travel several feet from the point of injection. It may take some time before reaching the next port or penetrating through the pinholes in the surface. Coring samples have shown that epoxy injection resin effectively fills the crack, including the small voids and hairline crack. So this image represents the injection during extreme weather conditions. So during extreme weather conditions, the following precautions has to be taken care. A hot substrate results in premature gelling of the resin with sequential loss of penetration. During extremely hot weather, an open bridge deck may exceed temperatures of 140° Fahrenheit. Special precautions are necessary before injection work can be taken in such weather conditions. The precaution may be shading of the bridge and water cooling technique. Allow check substrate temperature, and the injection machine and its hostess requires isolation from these extreme weather conditions. Next is injection during cold weather condition. A cold substrate will cause an increase in the viscosity of the injection resin. This slows down the rate of injection. Epoxy injection under such cold conditions should also require some special precautions. When doing injection work in freezing condition, determining the ice present in the crack is critical. Determining if a crack's inner surface is coated with ice is equally important than sealing the crack. When injection is carried out in these conditions, the resin will not bond to the substrate and there is no structural stability in the substrate. So usually safer to preheat the portion of the crack and then injection should be carried out. Next is injection against head of the water. It requires a slightly different procedure from normal injection. If water is running from a crack, applying a hydraulic cement that is past the setting seals the cracks and sets the ports. Epoxy paste will not set up under this type of wet condition. The hydraulic cement seals the crack and diverts the water flow from the injection ports. Hydraulic cement is fast setting but it does not have strength when compared to the injection sealer. Epoxy concrete bonder can have the strength to prevent the leak while injecting. After the hydraulic cement cues applying epoxy concrete bonder that solves this problem. The injection process follows the following procedure described before. The injection resin forces the water outside the crack and through the adjacent ports. The resin has an amber color and does not look like water. Pure resin flows from higher port before capping and moving on. The head of water will require increasing the injection pressure used. Next we are going to see about the epoxy resin properties. Epoxy injection resin should be according to ASTM C881 Type 1 Grade 1 classification. For maximum filling of the cracks, a low viscosity injection resin must be used. ASTM C881 allows a viscosity up to 2000 CPS. However, the viscosity should be 300 to 600 CPS range for most of the injection applications. Any thicker material you get poor fill and thinner you will get excessive leak. Tensile and bond strength are very important and it should be checked for its structural stability before injecting. In general, the tensile strength according to ASTM D683 should not be less than 45 MPa. Injection resin should have a bond strength of 50 MPa or greater. Compressive strength should be excess of 70 MPa. The resin should have proper tensile, compression and bond strength. So now we are going to conclude that epoxy injection resin system is very effective at repairing the cracks when used according to the manufacturer's recommendation. Job analysis and proper preparation is very important in this method. Next is the right equipment is critical. So proper setup can give a best output. Next is injection staff and management should have experience and should do the work at the first time. Epoxy injection has to be done at the right first time, so there is no second chance. So it is critical that your injection work should be done equipped properly with an experienced person. Let's come to the end of the session. I hope you all have understood about the injection process, which include crack analysis pattern and identifying the cracks for repair, optimum port specifications and spacing and location specifications, surface preparations, and then sealing injection process. I have given some live examples, and then recoating the surface. And we have also gone through about the hot weather concreting and cold weather concreting and injection process during head work.